You know, when I see the way people react to paternity fraud in our time, it makes me laugh so much. Hey, abomination. People act like, oh my God, it's so shocking. It's so intriguing. I'm just like, what is new here? There's nothing new about that. For me, what I think about paternity fraud is that it has always been there. Paternity fraud has always been there. It's just that some of our grandmothers and great grandmothers, if you could go into their hearts, some of them, they have prayed that God, please, let me go to my grave without my husband find out my secret. And they were lucky that our husbands didn't get to find out, because back then there was no social media and technology was not as advanced as today. So a lot of our great grandparents and grandmothers got away with it. So when I see people screaming, abomination, I just laugh. Because think about it. Some of you, our grandparents, our great grandparents had like 12 kids, 9 kids minimum, 15, some of them maybe had 19. And y'all really believe that all of those children were from one man. Like, come on. Even for some of us, even, especially for me when I was young. I remember I used to be looking at some people, I'm like, there's no way these parents can give birth to this kind of child. You see somebody that's having some Hausa traits. You see one is looking like a Christian. You see one is looking like a Milano, like albino. One is completely black, and they'll be telling you how, hey, no, my uncle was like that. Your father, somebody in your father's family was like that. You really do believe that all those 12, 19 kids, 15 kids, they were all from one man? Especially back then, that they were giving birth mainly because they needed more hands on the farm. Because back then, farming was one of the big ways to make a lot of money back then. So a lot of our grandfathers, whether you like it or not, there are some of our grandfathers and great-grandfathers that even knew their wives stepped out. It's just that, like I said, the technology back then was not advanced. And some of them, they were just like, you know what? I don't even want to waste my time. If she has gone out and gotten pregnant, that's her business. As long as I've not seen with my 2 eyes, I don't care. And she has given birth to a child. As long as this child has been given birth to in a marriage and under my roof, it's my child, it's my property. So this child is going to end up in a farm and make some money for me. So a lot of our great grandfathers and grandfathers didn't care. I don't know for some of you, sometimes you will see our grandfathers back then, they'll be sitting down somewhere like this with their palm wine or with that thing that they used to flush their teeth. They'll be going like this. And they'll be looking at their children. The way they'll be looking at their children, they'll be like, this one, I just suspect this one is not my child. Sometimes the wife will be passing around, they'll be looking at the wife with some kind of eye. Why do you think they were like that? Because they knew. Men are not stupid. They know when a child is their child and when a child is not their child. But like I said, the only reason why those things were not made so public back then is because of no social media. Back then, when there was any abomination, it was kept in the family. It was never exposed and kept undercover. That's why it was looking like everything is being perfect and all that kind of stuff back then. But it wasn't perfect. It's just that nowadays, social media is ruining things for us. Social media is an eye-opener to a lot of things. That's the only reason why you guys are going to find out. But forget that thing. And back then, even if you want to take DNA test, it was very expensive. Our grandparents, they couldn't afford it, so they just let it slide. So to me, it's no shock. So when I see people shouting, yeah, abomination, oh my God, how is this possible? Like I was saying this story about this Cameroonian soccer player whose wife, they have, I think, 3 kids or whatever, twins and 1 child, and he got to find out all of them were not his kids. And people were like, oh my God, oh scandal, oh my God, oh this, oh my God, oh that. But apart from everything that I've said, let's leave everything that I've said aside. And let's talk about some of the reasons why paternity fraud does happen, especially in places like Africa. Number 1, if you're a man and you have a habit of constantly disrespecting your wife by always cheating on her. You cheat, she says, I forgive. You cheat, I forgive. And you're just like, she has no choice now. That is what is expected of women. She's supposed to forgive me. She has forgiven me. She's a woman. She will just take it and everything. As long as I'm with her, as long as I come home, as long as she's the one that I married, it should be fine. Breaking news. What I'm going to let you know today is that us women, we don't forgive. All those times you come to us and say, I cheated on you, please forgive me. You cry, you buy us cars, you buy us gifts and everything, expect us to forgive. We do not forgive. Just as the same way that when you guys found out that we cheated on you, that is the same way that us two are unable to forgive. But we just have to do what we have to do, because most times we're not financially stable, we're already locked up with so many kids, we have nowhere to go, that kind of stuff. So we'll just say, okay, as long as it's going to buy me what I want, As long as he's going to give me the money that I want, as long as I can just tell him that go left, he will go left, and I'm just going to tell him that I forgive him and everything, and he's going to be my mumu, he's going to be in that house, and I'm going to be doing whatever I'm going to be doing. So like I said, if you're a man that is used to constantly disrespect your wife by always cheating, your whole reputation is cheating, the woman is just going to get used to your routine now. She's going to be like, you know what, this man, he's going to be doing him, I'm going to be doing me, and that lady is going to be cheating on you too. You go and cheat, you come and cheat, you guys will come and combine together and do cheating to the square root of 2. And anytime she will go outside and cheat, she might either go outside and cheat with her ex, she might go outside and cheat with a random guy that has been giving her attention and all that kind of stuff. Because a lot of us get married because of financial security, especially in Africa there. A lot of women in Africa there get married because of financial security. They don't get married because they love the man or that kind of stuff. The man that they love is outside because maybe he was broke, he was not able to take care of them, so they settle for financial security. And a lot of them, when they get married to you, they just contain themselves every day and pray to God that please give me the strength not to step out on my husband, all that kind of stuff. Then when you now go outside and open the door to cheating, all that kind of stuff, they start cheating. They go back to their exes, they sleep with different men, and when they now sleep with those different men and find out that they're pregnant, what do you expect, especially in Africa there? Where do you want to start from? I don't even think abortion is legal in Africa, and abortion even must be very expensive. And the way the healthcare system is in Africa, you cannot really trust them for you to go there and have a squeaky clean one and be good afterwards. Most times, something might always go wrong. And also, in Africa there, too many gossipers, too many amebos. You go to the hospital now, on your way to the hospital now, you go and find one grandmother that knows you. Somebody will be somewhere, standing up somewhere watching and be like, is that like the Ogapo's wife and everything? You go to the clinic now to go and do abortion. Somebody's going to be there. The nurses, they don't mind their business. The doctors, they don't mind their business. They'll be like, you every time you come here for abortion, are you not married? A married woman, even if you say, my husband has given me the permission to do it, they're going to be like, a married woman that every time abortion, they're going to keep it to themselves. Like I said, there's always somebody somewhere in Africa that knows you and that is ready to go and gossip. One day, you just be somewhere. You will go and find one of those nurses or one of those doctors that have performed the abortion on you. And maybe you're like, this is my husband. And then they start forming unnecessary friendships. And that's how your husband will get to find out. So a lot of women, they don't want to go through that. So when they step out on you because you have been stepping out, when they get pregnant, they're just like, you know what? I'm just going to keep quiet. Nobody has to know. The man that is outside, they're not going to tell him. We'll just bring the pregnancy and just be like, anyway, as long as the child is born under his roof, he's the father. And she'll just be there. You guys will be looking at each other and you guys will be deceiving each other until you both go to your graves. So that is one of the reasons why a lot of paternity fraud happens, because you keep cheating on your woman, she's definitely going to retaliate. Women are not as forgiving as you guys think. Men can be very gullible. We know that when we tell you that we are forgiving you, that you're going to climb on your high horses and be like, and you become blindfolded, and that's when we'll show you Pepe. And you know, another reason why paternity fraud happens is because there are some men, I don't know if you are constipated, if they shove something in your anus. There are a lot of men, they get married, they always look like this, like they are constipated, so stuck up. You get married to your wife, but it's like your wife is with her father, your wife is with her great-grand-uncle. Everything about you is so serious. No communication, nothing. So when something is even going on in the marriage, the woman cannot even come and talk to you because she's scared. If a woman go married to you and she sees that years after years, maybe like after 5 years, after 7 years, she has not been able to conceive, she will not know how to come and talk to you and be like, honey, what is happening now? That kind of stuff. Do you have any health issues? Maybe you need to stop drinking, because you're going to be like, why you to talk to me like this? Don't you know that I'm the man? I'm the man of the house. You're supposed to be respecting me. Some of you guys are so stuck up. The woman cannot come and talk to you. And for a lot of you, when a woman feels stuck up like that, she doesn't know how to come to you. Especially when she even comes to you, you dismiss her. What's going to happen is this, because back home especially, when two people get married now, and there's no fruit of the womb, automatically it's the woman's fault. And when the woman says, I cannot talk to my husband, the man is stuck up, or maybe when I talk to him, he doesn't listen. When I try to reason to him that, okay, baby, maybe we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. You try to bring solutions, you don't want to listen. The woman is not going to be like, okay, I'm going to take matters into my hands. She's going to be doing things with you. If it doesn't work, she's going to step out and go and do what she has to go and do outside. Sometimes even you see some men, they get married, they cannot have kids with their wife. The wife will go and conceive outside. give birth to the first child, it's not their child. Then later on, God gets to bless them finally. They had the second child, the child is a child. Then from there, the firstborn is not a child, the second born is a child, the third child is a child. Then maybe, I don't know, maybe the man wants a certain amount of kids and it's not happening, and he starts getting frustrated. The woman will go out again and bring another pregnancy again. A lot of things are killing us in this life. Is communication. This life is so simple, but a lot of people are just, I don't know what it is, just complicated creatures. So trust me or best believe me, this paternity fraud thing, it has always been there. It's just that, like I said, back then technology wasn't advanced, and back then our grandparents, they needed more hands on the farm, because that's mainly how they make their money. So even if a woman brings a child home, the men didn't care, and the men too, they were too busy outside cheating and doing that thing. And when they come home, as long as they see the woman cooking and answering sir and washing their feet and washing their hands and everything, the man will be blindsided and be like, this woman is an amazing woman, all that kind of stuff. It's not like nowadays. The women nowadays are very forward. When the woman is cheating on you, you're going to know. She's going to show it to you in your face. You see your wife waking up in the morning, doing her makeup some kind of way, you're going to know. You see your wife twerking on social media. You see your wife on WhatsApp like this, WhatsApp status, doing some funny videos and everything. You will know. So like I said though, our generation, it is just social media that is an eye-opener to a lot of things, but nothing is new. There's nothing new there. Paternity fraud has always been there. It's just our grandmothers, they were quite fortunate. I love them. They would just say, hey, God, oh, please let this man never find out. Sometimes the man will even come and say, hey, honey, I'm sorry. I went outside, I slipped off, and I have a child outside. I slipped up and I have 4 kids. And I was going to be like, this man has 4 kids outside. Why will I bother myself telling him that, me too, I brought the pregnancy inside? I don't care. Why will I bother myself or caring about his emotions that I brought another child, a child from outside, a bastard from outside into a marriage? I will not care. For me, back then, they were just two devils deceiving each other. Like I said, a lot of our uncles and aunties, that when you look at them, you clearly know that there's no way that your grandmother and your grandfather combined together, they can give birth to this kind of child. You see one person that will have Opioro mango. I don't know if some of you guys know Opioro mango. There's somebody that has a head like this. You see one who have a square head. You see maybe your grandfather is bulky. You just see some kind of funny children. The woman will be giving birth to 1 child, 12 children, 9 children, 15. You see all kinds of head shapes, all kinds of body shapes, all kinds of morphology. You think the men, they were stupid? They were not stupid. You just I beg, please, bring me more hands for farming and everything. But it's what it is. And back then, the more children you had, the richer you were, and people saw you like a real man in the society. So a lot of men didn't care. Whether you bring bastard, you don't bring bastard, they didn't care, because the more the wife is pregnant, they'll be like, you're a man, you're a man. It's not like now. Any small thing now, DNA. A lot of you. Stop cheating on your wife, so you're going to get the shock of your lives. Stop being too stuck up. Any little thing in a marriage, go and communicate. Communication is everything. Don't just stand there and be like, I'm going to keep quiet, I'm going to let my ego take over, and she's just going to submit to me and everything. And I don't mind, it's the devil's workshop. When a woman is going to stay like this, she's going to be like, this man, I cannot communicate with him. I'm frustrated, his family is frustrating me. Who is the one that's infertile between us? Is it me or is it him? We keep going for medical checkups and they keep saying they're not seeing anything. Do I even know if he's bribing the doctors and all that kind of stuff? Because some of you too, your lifestyles when you were younger, you were drinking a lot, consuming a lot of sugar and everything. You clearly know that you cannot impregnate a woman. Some of you, you know, but you'll be there and everything, especially in Africa there. You go for tests, you pay the doctors to lie, and you'll be holding the woman hostage there. When they'll come to you adoption, you'll be like, no, there's no way I'm going to adopt. You prefer for the woman to stay like that and be frustrated, so everybody will think that she's the one that is the issue. No adoption. They'll tell you to go for IVF. No. They'll tell you to use somebody to give birth for you. No. According to the Bible, abomination. Stay like that now. Keep being stubborn. You're going to get the shock of your life. You are going to keep getting Kinder Bueno in surprise boxes. So that is what me I have to say about paternity fraud. It's nothing new. It's always been there. It's always going to be there. And it's not going anywhere. Until we change some of our ways, it's just going to be part of our daily living activities. So we better wise up. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel if you're new to my channel, and let me know what you think down below. All right, bye.